So when I was 7/6, I had a quite bad trauma with my dad, and not very nice stuff went on, and quite a lot of physical and emotional abuse, and um, some not very nice things happened, and it was because my dad was clinically depressed. He was very, very, very unwell, and he tried to take his own life 3 times, and I witnessed all of that. So when that happened, it was really not a very nice thing for me to go through, obviously, and it was really hard to sort of get back to trusting people and knowing that nobody was going to hurt me and nobody was going to hurt my family ever again. If someone's hurt you that's close to you and that you're really close to, it totally just changes your trust in everyone. I didn't trust, especially men, for ages. I just didn't. Men teachers, male people at shops, male restaurant people. I thought they were out to get me, and I was really, really scared. And it was horrible because it wasn't just affecting me, it was affecting everyone. It was affecting my friends, it was affecting, or lack thereof, friends. It was affecting, my family, and it just wasn't copable. And then I think we went to the GP, and they said about this service called CHUMS, which is it's specifically for people that have experienced a trauma. And I started seeing Russell, who is just amazing. He's the top person here for the trauma service, and he really took his time with me. He didn't push me into saying anything I wasn't comfortable with. He just took all the time he needed. He invited my brother and came in and talked to him and talked to my mum through some stuff, and was really supportive around the whole thing, and was really non-judgmental about it all. It's not about what happened, and it's not about that. It's just about how you deal with it and how you cope from day to day, and how you have to try and say, okay, this happened and it was really, really bad, but I'm here now and I can't change it, and I've got to try and move on. And I think that's mainly what they help with here, is just getting you to accept what happened and just help sort of move on from it and look to the future and be excited about things again, and not be sitting there consistently analysing the situation and thinking, that person just crossed the road near me, oh my god, he's going to kill me, and just not overreacting to because I was like that. I was just, everything used to scare me, and it wasn't a nice way to live. And because you don't sleep, you don't eat, you don't talk to people, and it's such a lonely, horrible life. I never used to get excited about anything. And now it's so much more different, because although sometimes it is still tricky, you start feeling things again, and those sorts of feelings come back.
Trauma can be anything. It's not just tsunamis, earthquakes, or war. Any event that overwhelms you to the point that you fear for your life can cause a host of psychological and emotional reactions. At these times of intense distress, the normal functioning of the brain can be disrupted. It means that memories aren't formed in their normal way. So trauma is a bit like brain indigestion. It keeps repeating on us through nightmares and intrusive images. This then can affect our day-to-day living. There can be symptoms like lack of concentration, rapid mood swings, avoidance of stressful situations, hypervigilance, where we're always on the lookout for danger. Trauma then, for some people, can shatter their lives. In a sense, they lose the idea of who they are and how the world operates. It's like being dumped in a foreign city with no ID, no money, and no map. Working with trauma can be a complex business. It involves rebuilding the person's sense of safety, to enable them to get a sense that they can control very difficult emotions, and all that before you start reprocessing the trauma so that the brain can give it a date and time stamp and file it away with the other memories. Our work then is a little bit like an antacid treatment, or the Alka-Seltzer of brain indigestion. Your support and funding will help us to help children to reprocess these difficult emotions, to enable them to get a new sense of self-identity, self-worth, enable them to get a sense of how the world operates and how they can live within it. In essence, it means they can move on from the past.